Hello, hello. So it is Tuesday lunchtime, UK time, and my name is Alice Bromwich. I am up here with, share now. Okay. It's just asked me to share it with PR Secrets. So PR Secrets, it's wonderful to be sharing our little bit of a lunchtime live with you. So very sweet of you to ask. So it is Tuesday lunchtime. My name is Alice Bromwich. I run a resilience and leadership company called Empowering Success, and essentially I do lives every Tuesday discussing leadership and topics that are coming up at the moment. And this is an opportunity. Would love to hear your thoughts, apart from my crazy jazz lights going on behind. Love to hear your thoughts on what you have found are the biggest game changers that you've had in your own leadership journey, but also in your business development journey. Now, this week for us, we're taking on our third member of the team, which is very exciting because we're quite a small company, quite lean, which means that nearly everything we do is client facing. But one of the reasons I want to explore about process, which isn't normally a very sexy topic amongst leadership, is that for us to really be able to lead, for you to be able to look up and out, the actual work underneath, a bit like that proverbial swan or the amazing, duck that you always hear about that's gliding across the pond, there still needs to be a lot of action going on underneath. And to ensure that that is working like the well-oiled machine that we all want our businesses to be, I just invite you to explore, are you putting in place and do you have in place resilient, strong processes? Because the wonderful part about this is that by putting some really basic processes in place, you're almost creating habits for your business effectively. And we all know that with great habits, you can create brilliance. So by putting those good habits in place for your business, you're then again allowing yourself some space to look up and out. And from the leadership perspective, do you want to be leading or do you want to be managing? And I think this is also a really fascinating piece when one's exploring things like managing director. So as a managing director, are you leading or are you managing? And there's a big difference between leading and managing. Managing is where you're looking at various tasks and what's going on. Leading is where you're also helping drive the business forward with concepts, strategy, helping drive the culture, making sure that the values and standards are set as you're wanting them to be inside the business. And so you're not just managing the activity that's going on, you're also driving its direction into the future, which is why we focus so often on clarity of direction. So I'd love you just to explore, bit of an odd one for this week. I know that this isn't normally ever part of what people put into a leadership kind of spectrum, is all about process. But how can you lead if you don't have resilient processes and procedures in place for your business to be running underneath you? Because otherwise, if you imagine that this is little old you or little old me or any of us, and you're the leader, and if you're here and everything relies upon you, then you have become not just the single point of strength, but also the single point of weakness, as this then moves literally dependent on your activity. If, however, you've got a strong structure of, practices and procedures in place, then as you pivot, as you move, you've still got a really strong base to be building your business from. And one of the key things for you to be able to stretch your wings, for you to be really excelling as a leader, it doesn't matter whether you've got 1 employee, 1,000 employees, 10,000 employees. We've worked with businesses across the whole spectrum of size. If you create the environment where you are the single point of focus and you either are the single point of failure or the single point of strength, you're not building resilient business, and in which case you aren't creating resilient leadership, because you're then creating an environment where you become the person that has to make every decision, that everything pivots upon, and for you to even take a few hours out or a few days out, nothing can continue behind you. And that's not resilient for you or for the business. So there we go. That's my very quick piece for this week, is process, process, process. It's not what we all love to focus on, but it is going to make or break your business. And even today, been discussing with someone, you know, they're wanting to go from 100 mil to 150. The thing that's breaking them is, or should I say holding them back, it's not breaking them, but it's holding them back, is not only the people, but also some of the processes. Because we can only scale from a position of strength. Otherwise, you're just building a house of cards that with one blow of the wind will blow over. So, process, enjoy, explore. So under your leadership, what do you have in place? Who do you have in place? Who do you have there to help drive forward those processes, the habits of both yourself and the business, so that you have structure in place so that you can look up and out, knowing that those that need to can look down and be making stuff happen, processing away, so that the business continues on that gliding path that no one even realizes how much hard work and energy is busy being ploughed underneath all day, every day, because you're able to look up and out with clarity and grace. Ciao for now. Have a great day. Bye.